Hello, my name is Erica, and this is the Stitch Your Own Adventure podcast. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here. Sit down, enjoy. If you're new here, welcome. I did have a decent number of new subscribers since my year in review video, so I hope you enjoy this new content. Sit down, get comfortable. We are here to talk about knitting today. And yeah, it's been about a month since I have podcasted last. So, well, you'll see the progress I've made. It's maybe not as much as you'd expect for a month, but things have been a little hectic around here. Yeah, if you enjoy this video, feel free to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me how things are going, what you're working on. I would love to hear it. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's been about a month since my last podcast episode. I did that year in review video, but I didn't talk about any like whips or anything. And since that time, I have no finished objects. 0. But just for the sake of having something finished, I did put this sweater on. This is my Felix cardigan. It is by Amy Christophers. Still unsure on pronunciation. Savory knitting. And I blocked it finally. So it has gotten a lot drapier, which is nice, although it did like grow a significant amount. The sleeves are like pretty long. But yeah, it's really soft, cozy, nice to throw on over a t-shirt. So I would recommend this pattern. Although I think next time I make it, I would maybe try making it in a worsted weight yarn instead of Aran weight and see if the sizing maybe suits me a bit more. Although I don't really remember what size I made, so if it's possible to go down a size, I probably would do that. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little out of practice, I guess. But I feel like there was something else I wanted to say before I got into projects. Oh, I have an Instagram account. I'm pretty new to Instagram. So, yeah, if you are interested in seeing updates not on the podcast, follow me there. You can find me at Stitch My Adventure. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the knitting. That's what we're all here for. So I have 4 works in progress today, 0 finished objects, and some news at the end. So, for works in progress, let's start with the one you guys have already seen. This is the amazing seed stitch wrap. It's a pattern that has been produced by Pearl Soho. And last time I showed it, I had about 7 inches. It was 7 inches long. And now, I didn't measure it today, but I am guessing, well, let me hold it up. Da, 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 da. Whoa, I don't know. What do you think? 25, 26 inches? Maybe 30 if I'm lucky. So it's growing. It's very drapey. I am making this wrap with this yarn. It is Loops and Threads Colors. It is 507 yards in 200 grams. This is a big old skinny yarn. And it is 100% acrylic, but it's kind of got this like roving, I don't know, it feels roving, and it's kind of got a bit of a halo. It's very, very soft. I'm pretty sure this yarn is discontinued, but I got a ton of it on clearance. I think it was originally $9.99, and then it was $7.99, and then clearance. I got this for $2.97. That's a steal. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what this is made out of. And this is in the color Violet Vixen, which again, I think this is really more like brown bronze shades than purples, but I guess that's somewhat subjective. So far, all of this has just been my first skein of yarn, which I still have this much left. So, making progress, slow progress. This is going to be sort of a long-term project. It's like my meditative, I don't want to think about things project. The pattern is a free pattern. Again, you can find it on Pearl Soho's website. And they suggest that it is like 25 inches wide by I think 78 inches long, which is huge. 78 inches, gosh, that's what, it's like 5 feet or something over, that's like almost as tall as me. Is that accurate? 78 divided by 12? Yeah, that's so long. So I don't actually know if I'm gonna make this that long. I might make it like, maybe like 65 inches long. Maybe less, I don't know. But I think it's gonna be really cozy. It's like basically half a blanket that you can throw over your shoulders. Then you can have a different blanket on your lap. It'll be great. Yeah, so this project, it's been nice, just a nice simple project that has grown a decent amount, not like an inch a day or anything. I'm just kind of picking it up when I feel like it. And the only thing is that I do measure it occasionally and it feels like it never grows. Like I swear I'll measure it and it'll be 26 inches or, you know, pick a number, and then I'll go back and measure it after I've done like 10 more rows and it'll be shorter. So maybe I'm just like pulling at it. It is pretty stretchy, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm not expecting this to be finished for a long time, but it is nice to have a good simple project. I'm making it on what, 5mm? Yep, 5mm needles. And it's just coming along nicely. So then, on to more exciting things, I suppose. We have the next project I started, I did start since my last podcast episode. And this is another ranunculus. So I have made one other ranunculus, but this one I think is going to be a little more wearable. My last one was pretty cropped and it was in like a 100% polyester yarn. This, let me hold it up for you first, maybe. Let's see. This beauty, I have made quite a bit of progress on. Oh, let's get these extra ends out of the way so it looks a little nicer. Look at it. So I have the whole yoke done, the whole body, and most of a sleeve. So I am gonna make this the full sleeve, full long sleeve length. I'm not gonna do, there's an option in the pattern for like a diagonal cuff line, and I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do straight down and then do the sleeves. I did do the smaller neckline and I'm really enjoying it. I think I might have made it a little too long in the body. I'm not sure. I have this problem where I'll try it on and I'll sit down sort of like how I would in my office, and I'll see if it like is too short in the back, like if it doesn't cover, if there would be like a space between my pants and the sweater. So I kept doing that and I kept adding more length, and I think now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just worried it might grow and be like really long, so I'm kind of swimming in it. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be perfect. It's always kind of hard to tell until it's all said and done. And I can block it like to be wider because I like that really loose fit. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, I'm very happy with it. I am making this using Knit Picks Upcycle Alpaca Blend worsted weight in the color Lilac. This was on sale not too long ago. And I love the color. I love this like dark, dusty purple. That is really, it's just really doing it for me. I think it'll look nice. I find in projects that I get stuck when I get to any point where I have to make a decision. So like every time I do the first sleeve on a sweater, I like get to the point where I have to start really paying attention to how long it is to decide where I want to stop. And then I just put it down because I like can't decide. Or I just like don't want to keep trying it on and knitting another row, trying, you know. So that is a real hurdle for me that I hope to overcome. I do find I'm a little better about it when I'm monogamously knitting on one project, because then it's like, it's the only thing, so I'll just do it. But if I have other things, then when I get to a decision point, I'll really just not work on it. So I really have to get the sleeve done. Hopefully this weekend would be nice. So yeah, this is the Ranunculus. I don't think I said who it's by. It is by Midori Hirose. It is an incredibly popular pattern, and for good reason. It is just like, it's very enjoyable. Has that nice textured yoke, gives it a lot of interest. It's very, the gauge is very forgiving. I didn't even do a gauge swatch for this because I just figured it'll work out. Maybe I might regret that. But that was what I felt like doing, and I went for it. So yes, so that is my sweater, and I've done all of that in the last month, so I guess that's pretty good progress. Like most of a sweater. I've just got figuring out the length of that one sleeve and then one more sleeve to go. Yeah, moving right along. We get to a very exciting project, and actually this is in a new project bag that I'm like in love with, so I will show you that first. Oh my god, it's a little knitting mouse sitting by a little, what is that, poppy? I don't know, I just love it. It is so cute. It's just a cute canvas bag. I bought this when I was on a trip recently to Seattle. I went to So Much Yarn. It's like right by Pike Place Market. And it was a beautiful store. They had so much, so if you're in the area and you haven't been, I highly recommend it. And I don't think they like produce the bags. I'm looking at the tag right now and it says EnviroTote. So it seems like it is actually made by EnviroTote. But yes, sold at So Much Yarn in Seattle. This project I am like in love with. I am so obsessed with it. It is the Selbu cowl by Inga of Knitting Traditions. And I've watched her podcast for a while. I like went back and watched all her old episodes when I first discovered it, and then got caught up, and I keep up with it pretty religiously. And she designed this beautiful colorwork cowl. And this is my very first time ever doing colorwork, so I'm like maybe a little too proud of myself for the work I've done. Let me hold this up so I can show you a little better, hopefully without losing stitches. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Like, look at that, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. So it's this beautiful, beautiful colorwork cowl. I'm in love with it. I am like amazed that I knit this and that I can actually see the pattern. Like, it worked. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, and then it worked. So it feels like a small miracle. It feels amazing to like have a project where you can like so easily see your progress, and also like that takes real concentration. Like sometimes you with knitting, sometimes I really want that mindless just go go go, but recently we've just been doing a lot of like planning and some things that have been a little stressful. I'll tell you more about them at the end. And I've just really needed something to take my mind off of like other life things, and having this to just like fully pour my concentration into has been so amazing. It has been, yeah, just what I needed, and I love it, and it's beautiful also, and it's gonna be so warm and cozy. I'm really excited. I've never really like worn a cowl, I guess, like that, but I think it'll be cute, like a little jacket zipped up and your little cowl up around your neck. Yeah. So I am using Knit Picks palette, which is their fingering weight 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and yeah, it's in the color Finley Heather, it's the gray, and then Ribos Heather is the like reddish brown color. I love rooibos tea. So this color really spoke to me on a number of levels. And then because I'm a podcaster, I'll show you my floats. Oh no, I dropped the art on the floor. On the ball. Look at my floats. So this is my very first time ever trying color work, and I must say, I don't really know what floats are supposed to look like, but I feel pretty good about this. So hopefully this is what they're supposed to look like. It's kind of cool how you can like actually kind of see the pattern on the inside with the floats. So anyway, yes, first color work. I love it. I'm obsessed. I now have a need to make a color work sweater. Like maybe just a little color work around the yoke and then plain. I think I'd really get a lot of wear out of something like that. I maybe have a few patterns already like queued up, but we'll see whenever I end up like buying the yarn for it and sitting down to do it. But now that I've done this, I'm like, yeah, I really, really just want to do some more. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you, Inga, for like a wonderful beginner-friendly color work pattern. I have in this pattern 4 or 5 rows left of actual color work before I go into a couple plain rows and then like the ribbing, which really isn't that much. So I should be able to finish this soon. And I haven't weighed these, but like, look at how much I still have of these 50-gram balls. I almost feel like I wonder if I could do another one, but with the colors opposite. Would that look good? Would it look weird having like a mostly gray cowl with like red as the ribbing and then red as the like accent color? Let me know what you think. I also should weigh it and see if I've used more than half at the end, but I feel like it might be possible. Like there's a decent amount left in these, which does make it a very affordable project too, so that's nice. I will say, so one thing, when I was trying to do the color work, I knew I had to catch floats, and it was really easy to find tutorials on how to catch floats for like your like main color. But then for the contrasting color, I did have a hard time finding tutorials for how to do that when knitting continental, like with both of your strands on in your left hand, which is how I prefer to knit. I'm like, I don't know, I really have a hard time throwing. So I really don't knit with my right hand. So I did both strands on my left hand. And it was really hard to find how to catch when like your contrast color needs to catch floats. I did find something eventually, I can't remember the video now, but if any of you know of any really good videos for that, please link them below. I'd love to see it because I feel like the way I did it still feels like very sort of challenging and finicky, and every time I come to it I'm like, oh man, I need to it just feels hard. So if you have other videos or tips for that, I would love to hear it and see those. But yeah, this is the Selbu cowl that I love. Hopefully I'll have it as a finished object next time, in my cute mouse bag. So yeah, let me put this away. I'm sorry if I'm a little rambly today. Again, there's just like a lot going on in life right now, and so I might just be a little scatterbrained, but I hope you guys will stick with me, bear with me, and hopefully you'll get some enjoyment out of all this, all of this chaos. Okay, so that was my Selbu cowl. So I just have one more project, and this I just started a couple days ago, again, because I was just feeling overwhelmed with life, and I wanted something so simple, like totally mindless, nothing complicated, nothing big, nothing that felt like a burden to take out ever. So socks are the answer. Socks are the perfect thing for that. So I just started this on Thursday evening. It's Sunday now. And yeah, they're just cute little vanilla socks. Nothing special. They're nice and stretchy. I did 56 stitches around because I'm making them for me. And I did the old Norwegian or German twisted cast on, so it's nice and stretchy. This yarn is so soft. It's Knit Picks Felici, and this is the color, wow, my strings are just everywhere. This is the color Bookshop. So I love that color name, and I'm really enjoying the stripes, and I love how like kind of like muted all the colors are. I think it'll just be a really nice sock to wear. I feel like whenever I get those like muted colors or like more the blues and greens or like the dark reds, I have generally been making those for Ben because he really likes all those colors. But then I found that all my socks are like crazy bright, kind of girly. So it'll be nice to have something a little more subdued in my wardrobe for socks. For hand knit socks, I should say. I've got like, you know, 1.5 million gray socks that are commercial, but they're not as special as hand knit socks. So yes, that is it. Those are my whips. I do have one acquisition that I wanted to talk about because I'm super excited about it. Oh, left a label out. Put that away later. I got a new interchangeable needle set, and it is very exciting because it is sizes I was missing. So Knit Picks, which, you know, you've probably sensed a theme here. I use them a lot. They're in my budget. They've got great customer service. Like, can't go wrong. And they've got a lot of wool options that other places in that same like price range maybe don't always have. But they came out with a new line of needles called Reflections interchangeable needles. I think they have some Reflections needles that are fixed circulars also. But for the interchangeable ones, they now have a lace set. So these go from 2 millimeter to 3.5. So these cover all the sizes I didn't have in my other set. And I am just so excited about it because I like kept, for example, the cowl. I had that pattern and I really wanted to make it, but I kept putting it off because I didn't have that needle size that I needed in my interchangeable set. And I just didn't want to like keep buying circular needles because I didn't want to. So this solved all my problems. I know Gu has a set of those like smaller needles, but they are really pricey, and this is a much more reasonably priced option. So I just wanted to share that because maybe some of you other knitters out there are feeling that they have a similar gap in their knitting needles. And yeah, this like really solved a lot of problems for me, and I'm just so excited to have them. And they have pretty nice cords too. Like, I definitely think you could use these cords for Magic Loop. They are thinner than the regular cords and they don't like match up with their other sets, but yeah, the cords are pretty nice. All right, so then we have reached the end of the actual knitting content, but I do just want to share some life updates, some news. I am going to be moving away from Minnesota. My boyfriend Ben and I have decided that we are going to move to the Seattle area. So we're actually going to be moving in about 3 weeks, which is why life has just been complete chaos. So we found an apartment out there. We're really excited. And yeah, we're moving out there for Ben to pursue a career in the maritime industry. So that's very exciting. And I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So basically over the next few weeks, I'm like wrapping up my job. Like, I put in my notice, so I'm trying to do a whole bunch of stuff to set them up for success with whoever fills my position. And then we're trying to, wrap up everything here, get everything organized, pack things up. So it has been like complete chaos, just really like taking over a lot of brain space. Thank goodness for knitting to help bring me down, calm me down, now I have some great projects to flip through, whether I need to like turn my brain off by finding something to concentrate on, or like use no brain power to just relax. I have all the projects I need for that. So if you guys know of any like knit groups out there, I think I'm gonna be in like the Kirkland area. So yeah, if you know of any knit groups out there, or any knit shops that you think yarn shops that you think I should visit, I would really love to hear it. I'm not gonna know anyone out there, and basically starting over, so I would really love to build a little knitting community in person too, in addition to this wonderful online community. So let me know in the comments below if you know anything, or if you yourself live out there. Yeah, I'd love to meet up, talk about our favorite thing to do, knitting. Yeah, so that's really it for today. I hope that whatever is going on in your lives, whether it's big stuff, little stuff, no stuff at all, I hope that your knitting is helping you through it, and I hope that you are just thriving and having a great time this January. So with that, I will say goodbye for now. So until next time, enjoy your knitting, have a great time, be happy, be healthy, and I will talk to you later. Bye.